America's small businesses rely on TikTok to succeed, helping them attract more customers and drive more growth. 74% of businesses on TikTok say it's helped them scale, like Coco Asante, who upgraded to a larger facility and brought on more staff, letting their handcrafted chocolates reach more customers. You can learn more at TikTokeconomicimpact.com. Welcome back, everybody. Email us, as always, freedom@charliekirk.com. Okay, so in Washington, D.C., the police chief is a black woman by the name of Pamela Smith. She joined the Metropolitan Police Department on the D.C. in May of 2022 as the chief equity officer during all the DEI craze. She was assigned to the executive office of chief of police, and she led the department effort on diversity, equity, inclusion. She literally was the DEI chief. She developed an organizational channel for department-wide accountability by providing strategic advice for the MPD. She is the DEI chief to the police chief. And oh, you wait, here she is on camera, play cut 358.
That's what the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
Well, is it Pam Bondi speaking to the mayor, speaking to you, or how does this work?
So the executive order is clear. The president has requested MPD services, and our home rule charter outlines the process.
Did you see that? What does that mean? She is the chief of police, the number one cop in Washington, D.C. And I know people are going to attack me relentlessly, but it needs to be said. This is DEI on display. This woman is and people are dying in Washington, D.C., and she does not know what a chain of command is. But let's kind of go through the greatest hits. You have a Supreme Court justice who's a DEI pick, a black woman who doesn't know what a woman is. She says, I don't know what a woman is. You have a police chief in Washington, D.C., who's a black woman who doesn't know what a chain of command is. You have a fire chief in Austin, Texas, who is a DEI pick, who's only there because of an Obama investigation through the DOJ, who doesn't know what a reimbursement is. Do you see a little bit of a pattern here? That when you put people in positions, again, this is not like an anti-black thing. Everyone writes it up. Charlie goes on racist. Enough. This is the death of meritocracy on full display. And to put this even further, this is why Black death is increasing in Washington, D.C. You don't know what chain of command is? Well, do you know what a dead black kid is? Do you know what that is? She deadpan eyes. What's the chain of command? And then her answer, I want to play this again. It's kind of that what do you mean? Kind of like that attitude, like I'm smarter than you. Or what do you mean, racist? Listen carefully. In slow motion, let's watch the replay here. Play cut 358. This is the number one cop in Washington, D.C. It's a legitimate question. Just so we are clear, DEI incompetence led to dead black kids. This is more than a legitimate question. What is that? DEI, let me be clear so Media Matters can write this crisply so the other stenographers of the show that work for The Independent and work for all of those rags that nobody reads can get my words perfectly. The Charlie Kirk Show stenographers need to get this. DEI is contributing to black death in Washington, D.C. and major cities across the country. It's not the only reason, but DEI is indisputably making it worse. Watch again of the head cop in Washington, D.C. not know what a chain of command is. Play cut 358.
That's what the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
Well, is it Pam Bondi speaking to the mayor, speaking to you, or how does this work?
So the executive order is clear. The president has requested MPD services, and our home rule charter outlines the process.
And Muriel Bowser to the rescue. She has to go get her out of the way. When you hire people based on diversity quotas and explicit or implicit DEI, you get incompetence, corruption, and lower standards. So you got Ketanji Brown Jackson, who is inarguably the worst of the 9 of the people on the Supreme Court. People are laughing at her. They look at her legal briefs. They're like, this stuff is a joke. Michelle Obama only got into Princeton because of affirmative action and DEI. Christopher Hitchens famously said that her senior thesis or equivalent at Princeton University was barely, you can't even understand it. So all that to say, again, people died in Texas because of DEI. He didn't understand reimbursements. And here she is again, play cut 391.
I'm just a branch off of an old tree. And I'm just that branch that's still standing. And as the leaves fall off, that's all I am. I'm just a tree. And you know what I like about being a tree? I'm glad God has chosen to use this tree.
I don't even know what that means. Is that the full Kamala coconut tree? She's like the embodiment of the Kamala coconut tree. We can make fun of it. The reason I'm being righteously indignant, though, is that our nation's capital is dirty, it is dangerous, and it is murderous. And the number one cop does not know what chain of command is. That's like asking a surgeon what a scalpel is. She's in the chain of command business. DEI kills. You see it on full display in D.C.